like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
We back. Let me make sure Coco back in here so I can answer. Let me know when you back in here, Coco, so you can actually hear the answer. What up, Fruit? Do you think has any money left? Oh shoot, I don't know what their finances look like. I wouldn't be able to tell you that. They getting some money from somewhere. They ain't dead. Oh, there go Coco right there. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you were back in here because you the one who answered you the one who asked the question. So if you want to type it again too, Coco, so I can pin it so people can know what we're talking about, but I'll say it verbally. Coco asked, do I feel like my military background made me susceptible? And Tori made a very good point. I won't say that it made me susceptible, but I will say that I used my military background to justify enduring abuse, right? In the military, if you don't know, you go through something called basic training. And in basic training, you are put under certain stressors to help condition you for the stresses of war. It's not designed to torture you. It's not designed to, and contrary to popular belief, it's not designed to break you down. The military does not break you down. They do everything to build you up. And the stressors you go through in the military, it's only for 8 weeks. After you leave that training, they don't talk to you like that. They don't do those things to you. But in carbonation, it continued and it escalated. And it was designed to break you down. So I kept recalling my military experience in a sense of, I remember being in basic training and things seeming to be hard and challenging. But when I came out on the other side, it ended up making me better. And so I kept telling myself, this is going to make me better. This is going to make me better. This is going to make me better. This is going to make me stronger. This is going to make me tougher. I was not perceiving these things as this is just abuse and it's not going to do anything for you. Have not heard from Niza in a long time. The last time I heard her voice was, of course, if y'all have seen, she called the police. Shout out to Niza for calling the police. Oh yeah, Elmo, good question. I'm glad you reiterated that, Elmo, because I knew it was the second one. I can't say that no other circumstance would have caused me to reach the conclusion that I have inevitably, and I can't even say inevitably, that I inevitably reached, but I will say that that him getting arrested, I've said this over and over again, him getting arrested was a major contributing factor to me being able to see things clearly. And shout out to Janae. Shout out to everybody that called the police. Shout out to everybody that did something, whether you reported a Cash App, reported a page, whatever. Him, and I said it like this, him getting arrested created enough space for me to begin thinking for myself. Exactly. We said it at the same time, Coco. We said it at the exact same time. Him being arrested created enough space for me to think for myself. Because before that, It was Nature Boy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That got reduced to I would go days without talking to him. And by default, I had to fill in that gap with my own thoughts. And I started slowly challenging the things he was saying. And I was also seeing how disconnected he was from what was actually happening outside the jail. He talking about some 0 become 1. Nigga, you about to become a prisoner. How did Nature Boy, you talking about how did 0 become 1? How did Nature Boy become a prisoner? How did Nature Boy become an inmate? You see, that was like, this bit dumb. That what I couldn't help it. I could not, it was like, I couldn't, it wasn't hitting like it used to. He talking about some, how did damn 0 become 1? Bit, how did you become an inmate? I'm like, this bit dumb. It was like, okay, this bit dumb. And slow.
Hey y'all, I'm back with yet another amazing book that is available for pre-order. This book is titled The Tribe of Judah Experience. It is authored by Elizabeth, and she was indeed a member of this tribe/cult. She finally breaks her silence and speaks her truth. If you are interested in being one of the first people to have this book, go on ahead and contact Liz on IG and be sure to tell her that Medaya sent you.
And slow, and just every day, gradually, he kept confirming that he was dumb. And in that moment when he told me to write that book, I just snapped. Okay, hold on, let's see. Oh, dang. Oh, boy, I'm gonna block you. My bad, Imani. Dang. I done hit remove from live video. I thought you were gone, but it let me cancel it. I was like, dang, that would have been messed up. Okay, I saved it. Did you expect the support you received after leaving? I don't even think I cared. I was just glad to be out. Nah, man, that jump would have been a total accident. That would have been a total accident. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's a good question too. So this one I realized that he wasn't as intuitive as he claimed to be. He used to tell me, "Hey man, you gonna be a general. I need you to start studying generals and emperors and leaders because you're gonna be leading a whole group of men." And I'm thinking to myself, bruh, I don't give a damn about leading nobody. I didn't even come here for that. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, this dude's, and he's like, listen, when we get out, it's going to be me. You know, I'm going to have my wives. It's going to be you and Sheba and the baby. And I'm thinking to myself, nigga, that is not my vision of the future. And like, he talking about some think east. We're going to go to the Philippines and keep thinking east. And every time he kept saying like what was gonna come out of this, I'm thinking to myself, like, this nigga is, excuse me, this Negro is saying things that I don't even care about. I don't care about being no general. I'm realizing we don't have a shared vision here. I don't care. I don't want to be with you and Aya, Ephraim, and Maliyah. I don't want to go to no dang Philippines. And one of the main things, like I remember one time, right? Let me tell y'all about this. I video chat this fool probably about 2 times. He stayed on video chat with the wives or whatever. Let me start calling them wives. Down with the current cult members. He video chatted me like twice, but I remember the first time he video chatted me. And this when I realized that me and him was not on the same page. I get the phone. Aya bring me the phone. And he on video chat. And he nodding his head up and down. He smiling. Like, yeah, man. I feel it, man. You really love me, man. I can see it in your eyes. He was like, man, it's going to be all right, man. Don't worry about it. I'm thinking to myself, I am not sad that you in jail right now. I'm like, Negro, before you came down here, I actually was having a good time. In a garage. And I had to be honest with myself. I'm like, I am not sad that you are in jail right now. Like I'm actually more at peace that you're away. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, man, you're gonna be all right, man. He was like, all right, you get the phone back to Aya. I was like, all right, okay. Boy, let me tell y'all, some of the best times during that time for me was between 1 and 4. 1 and 4 was when he couldn't call. His times, his phone privileges was between 10 and 1 and 5 and 8. Between 1 and 4. Boy, let me tell y'all, that first month, I spent about $300 on E9. I used to stay hopping in the whip. Cause Aya, Porsche, Malia, and Efru didn't know where I was going. And they wasn't allowed to talk to me and all that. So I just hop in the whip and be gone. Boy, I was eating like crazy. I know one time I went to Chick-fil-A. I went to Chick-fil-A, I ain't care. But I'm talking about I was eating so much, bro. Stayed going to Whole Foods. Stayed eating. I used to love between 1 and 4. Cause I know when nobody gonna be able to mess with me. Between 1 and 4. But it just gradually, like as I got more and more freedom, I'm thinking to myself, like, bruh, when I snapped that day, I'm thinking to myself, do you know you can do this all day, every day? It's like all of these questions start flooding in. It's like, why do you feel responsible for what this dude doing? Bree, they sleep deprived and nutrition deprived. Because they have to work overtime. They haven't had a good night's sleep in years. I'm telling you, him getting locked up allowed us to get a taste of freedom, and we wanted the whole buffet. When you get a taste of freedom, you want the whole buffet. Yes, ma'am, Coco. Yes, ma'am. I used to hear the women upstairs playing his videos, like on loudspeaker. Exactly, Breeder Boss. Sleep deprivation has very, very powerful impacts on your mental well-being. When I left, I didn't talk to Kendra for 30 days. Because I needed to make sure, Cause I was gonna leave the United States and not show up. Like, I was gonna leave the United States and never to be seen or heard from again. But I thought to myself, man, I can't leave them folk. What the thing that prevented me from reaching out to Kendra so early was because I was scared she was gonna try to bring me back in. And I knew I was out. I knew I was convinced. And I had to create some distance to say that if she still wanted to do this, I'm gone. Forget that. I was like, if she still want to do this, I'm gone. Forget having a son, all that. I don't want nothing to do with nobody that even remotely remind me of carbonation. But by that time, she had her own experiences. She had her own time to think for herself. So when I actually called her 30 days later after I left, we was on the same page. She had started looking up codes. She had started realizing what was going on. And you know, the rest is history. Here we are today. But I ain't talked to Kendra for 30 days, a whole month, because I was about to move to Budapest and be a monk. I was like, bro, because I ain't going to be able to go out here. I was like, man, I want to go out here and enjoy myself, but I don't want to be having folks, hey, man, weren't you that dude that was in Carbonation? Hey, man, hey, ain't you that dude from Carbonation? Hey, man, ain't you that dude that was with Nature Boy? I was like, man, I don't want to hear that. I'm moved to goddamn Kazakhstan. I'm telling you, boy, I'm finna move to the goddamn Istanbul and never be heard from again. Cause in my mind, I got a sign on my forehead that say, I used to be in Carbonation. Man, you know, your boy tried to introduce that. He was like, hey, man, I would think about, won't you bring Kendra and the baby back? You know, he didn't say Kendra, but I hate using that code name. He said, why you don't bring Kendra and the baby back? You know, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, by this time, I had started getting a little bit of my mind back. So I'm thinking to myself, so we can do what? All be in the garage together? I'm thinking to myself, Kendra and John are in a much better situation right now. Why would I take them out of that situation so they can come be with me in the garage? Man, I was like, and I said, bruh, did what I told him. I said, man, if you ain't got your wise, I don't want mine. I said, we got to be in this together. He was like, yeah, that's real, bruh. That's real. I was like, that when I realized, oh, this fool done. I was like, oh, I'm going to pull a you on you. I was like, I got to pull a you on. I was like, I'm going to pull a you on you. I was like, oh, this fool done. Okay, I'm going to pull a you on you now. I was like, okay, so you like to hear stuff like that, huh? Okay, I got your number, Nature Boy. I got your number, boy. So all I got to do is say this coat stuff, and he going to go with it. Bet. I was like, bet. Let me go ahead and say something disciple-like. He gonna go for it. I'm gonna pull a Nature Boy on Nature Boy.
Y'all, that was hilarious. When he said that, when Aaron, a.k.a. True, said he pulled a Nature Boy on Nature Boy and just said something disciple-like, I hollered. You hear me?
Disciple-like. He gonna go for it. I'm gonna pull a Nature Boy on Nature Boy. I was like, oh, he like to be gassed up like that. All right, bet. All right, yeah, we got your number, homeboy. I was like, what I look like bringing them out of a house into a garage? I was like, let me go ahead and hit him with that coat real quick. He'll go for it. He was like, you dying, bro. You solid, bro. Yeah, stay solid. Cause you don't want no distraction. I was like, yeah, stay silent. Yeah. All I gotta do is say stuff like stay silent. You know, he loves that. He loves stay silent, you know. Yeah. You know, I don't want no distractions because it's about you, you know what I'm saying? I gotta focus on the primary mission. And that's to get you out of jail. Yeah, you silent. Yeah, you right, yeah. Let me tell you about that, my boy. Y'all seen that, mind you, right? Notice how Nature Boy had that video where he had them dudes standing behind him like he had created a new cult or like he had a new tribe, right? Let me tell y'all that video was sponsored by Honey Buns and Ramen Noodles. He had them boys do that video one time to sell an idea. That video was sponsored by Honey Buns and Ramen Noodles, bro. That man ain't had no new tribe. That man paid them folk, bro. He paid them folk to do that. Notice how it was no more videos after that. You got all them dudes lined up like that. And you getting stabbed. And you fearing for your life. That don't make no sense. If you was a real gangster and running to jail, you can't do you know in prison, the real bosses, you can't even get close enough to them to do anything. That man was selling propaganda. He did pay them folk with honey buns and noodles, bruh. How was you running to prison and getting stabbed at the same time? Man, he probably lied, Elmo. He probably lied. He talking about they tried to stab him. He probably lied about that too. They use donation money for all expenses. I don't know nothing about no HIV positive now. I don't know nothing about that now. I ain't just gonna throw nothing on the man that I don't know to be true now. I don't know nothing about that now. Oh, the donations finance everything. The Apple Watch paid for by donations. The fake Louis V scarf paid for by donations. And they look expensive. You know, flea market replicas. Oh yeah, them definitely were paid actors. He said he was stabbed, Velvet. He said that. He said he was stabbed. But you know he'll lie. Just so somebody can feel sorry for him. Shoot, no, they don't work, Hakina. They don't believe in working. They believe in you working and giving them the money. Yeah, he tried, Sugar Honey. He tried. There we go. Couldn't have said it better myself. He tell you not to work for money, but want the money you work for. See, let me tell you something. Adolf Hitler said that if you tell a lie long enough and loud enough, it becomes the truth. Who's to say that a plea deal existed? People keep saying plea deal. But where's the paperwork? And just because they posted paperwork on their page, come on, man, I can make... Do you know what AI can do nowadays? these folks will forge a document. That boy wearing Louis Vuitton. That wasn't no Louis Vuitton. That was Louis Vuitton. Y'all not understanding. All of them girls is talented. Aya can cook her butt off. And Aya can draw. Kayla is multi-talented. Tanisha is multi-talented. Y'all is getting confused with Malia. Zoka is multi-talented. What y'all laughing at, bruh? I'm up here talking about they multi-talented and y'all laughing. What is y'all laughing at? Last time I checked, your boy just went and joined another cult. I think he a Nubian or a Nubian, a newspaper boy. I don't know. He one of them. You have to ask him what happened to him. He got an Instagram. Oh, y'all laughing at Louis Vuitton. That's what he wearing. So if you want to know what happened to what's your boy name? Logan Leathers. He got a page. Logan Leathers is still online. Go ask him what happened to him. I'm telling you, JoJo, they out here. His name Logan Leathers. He's a new Nubian. Yeah, he wanted them. Tanisha can sew. Tanisha can do, bro, and Tanisha can talk. She's not dumb. Yeah, he said he was stabbed so people could feel sorry for him. But yeah, if y'all want to know, listen. The current and the former Carbonation members are still alive. Y'all can go ask them. I don't listen. Y'all can go ask them. Nah, listen, man. All them girls is multi-talented, bro. Right. Ain't nobody say nothing about no stabbing. Ain't nobody say he was in danger of being hurt in court, for the record. Hotel hustlers, bro. I'm telling you. So that go for everybody. Everybody talented and gifted in some way. Nah, I can't, bro. I'm telling you, Velvet, he must not been stabbed that bad. That boy still picking up the phone. Or they must stabbed you in your foot. Cause that hand still work.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Nah, that's real, Coco. Like, what the other members are doing, they online. Y'all go see for y'allself what they doing. I think everybody got the right. First of all, what you say on the internet, that's your First Amendment right. I can't say nothing about that. You ain't, just because you don't agree with me, just because you have an opinion about me, what I'm gonna get mad for? You exercising your First Amendment. This ain't North Korea where you can't say what you want to say. I'm glad people get to say what they want to say. That's why I rock with America. You can say what you want to say, believe what you want to believe, and as long as you ain't hurt nobody, can't nobody do nothing about it. So let them folk have an opinion about me. Let them folk heal how they need to heal. I don't care. I'm telling y'all, everybody y'all asking about, they got an Instagram. It ain't Zoka was talented. She still is. She ain't lost the talent. Exactly, Diana. And I challenge you on I challenge you on chess.com. You got 3 days to make a move, so no rush. I ain't going nowhere. Shoot, look, listen, today's Sunday. I'm chilling. This is a carbonation case study. Oh yeah, shout out, yeah, for sure. Yo, it take too much energy to be mad, bruh. It take too much energy to be mean and nasty and hateful. I don't care if other folk doing it. Oh, no rush, Diana. No rush. No rush. And I want to bring some scientific and psychological analysis to carbonation because there's enough entertainment and how you say it? What's the word I'm looking for? There's enough entertainment and foolishness around carbonation. I don't need to add to it. I want to be as serious about this, as serious as people are about FLDS. Now, we're going to joke. We're going to have fun. But that's not going to be the theme. Because guarantee, if you see your daughter with a head wrap on, you ain't going to be laughing. I was going to say circuitry, like circus, but that don't make sense. Carbonation is entertainment. It's fun. Until it's your sister. So, yeah, we gonna laugh. Yeah, we gonna have a joke. Yeah, we gonna do that. But that ain't gonna be the theme. That is not gonna be the theme. Because I promise you, if anybody you know in your family said that they were sexually assaulted, you wouldn't need to know nothing else. That would be enough for you to move out. So let's not even play. Because y'all way too intelligent to be sitting up here making this a circus all day. Yeah, we gonna laugh, of course. We gonna have fun. But dang, you gonna make a circus of this 6 hours every day for 6 years? No, ma'am. Carbonation case study. There's a psychological, scientific understanding present here. And we gonna look at that. Because guess what? When you find somebody in your family unexpectedly leave, popping up in Costa Rica, then you gonna want to call me. What do I do? No, don't call now. Y'all act like y'all have a large pool of black former cult members to go to. Yeah, y'all laugh at us now. But oh my, how the table's gonna turn. What do I do? No, I don't know. What you asking me for? I'm mad what you mean? I don't know. What you asking me for? I don't know. This was a joke to you all day. Now, yeah, we gonna joke now. We ain't about to be all uptight all day. Soon as your niece talking about he's the Messiah, you gonna be looking for me. What do I do? Nah, what you asking me for? Aaron, my niece is in Nicaragua. Okay, what you telling me? What you telling me for? What you want me to do? No, no, no. You thought it was no. No, don't call me. Your sister out there talking about he's the real Jesus. Aaron, what do I do? What you? Oh no. Shoot, I can't. What you want? Yeah, it's a joke, nah. Yeah, yeah. Like if your sister or your niece come and tell you they were sexually assaulted, and you gonna be like, well, you chose to go over there. Y'all, some of y'all folks so as if that response is something you would actually use in real life. This internet be having folk just losing all their compassion and empathy. If your daughter or your sister or your niece came and said, I was sexually assaulted, you think you're going to be like, well, you shouldn't have went over there. Well, you shouldn't have been wearing that dress. You chose to go over there. Come on, man. I know, Diana. And that's why we gotta change the culture, man. Why is the victims more scared than the perpetrators? Come on, man, we gotta do something about that. That's why I'm gonna continue to talk about Lee Joe Bishop to scare these Negroes. I see you. I see y'all. Y'all think y'all y'all think y'all alpha males, huh? Alright, yo, we got a place for y'all. Yeah, we gonna make sure, so you can't say you ain't know. Yeah, appreciate that, Lee Joe Bishop. You did do one thing. You did one thing right. You showed these Negroes an example of what not to do. So the next Negro that come here, you can't say you ain't know. Yeah, you an alpha male. Yeah, I'm a polygamist. Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you see how I got all these women? Yeah, all right. You gonna be in that same white t-shirt. Go ahead and get your white t-shirt game up. That boy Nature Boy got on tall tee like he about to be, that boy look like he about to snap his fingers and do the step. And you can do it all by yourself. that boy Nature Boy look like Fable. I said, dang, Nature Boy, you got on that tall tee. Do it. That boy Nature Boy look like, do it. Lean with it. Rock with it. That boy Nature Boy look like I did when I was in 8th grade, boy. God, dog, that boy look like snap your fingers. That boy made me want to do lean with it. Rock with it. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm listen. All y'all dudes out there, y'all should be scared. Cause we come, that boy look like, dun, 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 dun. You, that boy Nature Boy look like you. That boy Nature Boy look like,
Guys, this is a moment that I have personally anticipated. This book is now available for pre-order, authored by Janae Newell. The title is Lesson Learned. Janae shares a part of her journey with us, and I am looking forward to this amazing read. I myself am already on the pre-order list. If you're interested in being one of the first people to get this book, definitely hit Janae up on IG. Her IG is janae.alexandria. So hit her DM, let her know you're interested, and be sure to let her know that Medaya sent you.
Next one.
Okay, guys, so I'm not really sure what happened to Aaron's sound.
Yo, walk me right.
But it just went out and it never came back. However, the comments are still going, and I thought you guys might want to read them, so I didn't clip and edit this part out. We're going to be moving into the next day because he doesn't come back after this live. I think maybe something was up. Maybe he got a call and got tied up and couldn't come back on. But we're going to get into his next live now.
Hey, mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me, man? I just want to make sure y'all hear. Can y'all hear me? I got my headphones in. I know you can't see nothing. That's on purpose. But can you hear anything? Y'all can hear me? All right, bet. So listen, man. I ain't gonna hold you long. But I gotta share this monumental moment with y'all, bruh. Listen to me. Your boy turned 35 in 3 days, but I just now learned how to cook. And what I just did was this spaghetti. I made spaghetti, and I eyeballed it. I eyeballed the seasoning. I followed the directions on the pack of the noodles, exactly like it said. And this spaghetti came out fire, bro. Let y'all see it. Hold on real quick. Let me see something real quick. Let's flip that thing. Y'all see it? Boy, this bit good. This bit good, boy. I promise you. It don't look like much. But this bit good. I can't do too much of the camera. Folk be wanna find your location and all that crazy stuff like that. I ain't use no sugar now. No. Listen, man. Let me give y'all the backstory real quick on why I don't know how to cook and I'm just now learning how. I'm telling you so ways. I'm gonna tell y'all, right? So, when I was growing up, just like most of us, I was eating hot dogs, French fries, everything that go in the stove, in the microwave, and in the oven. So look, right, when I went to the military, I ain't have to cook because we had dining facilities. And so the dining facilities in the military, in garrison, and on deployment, you got 3 meals a day, every single day. And when I was in the military, I ate out a lot when I wasn't eating on base. So I never had a reason to learn how to cook. And you know, in carbonation, the guys didn't cook that much. And when they did cook, I wasn't one of the guys that was cooking. So the way my life panned out, I never had to learn how to cook. But with the inflation, I can't be eating out like I used to be eating out in the military. So I was like, some gotta give. And I'm a very simple, straightforward, and practical person. Somebody said where the vegetables at. I ain't got time to be doing all that chopping. I might get there one day. But right now, I just need to, bro, when I was in basic training, I wasn't even warming up my food. I was eating my MREs. If y'all don't know what an MRE is, an MRE is a meal ready to eat. I was eating my MREs cold. I didn't even care about it. I just needed something in my stomach. So I carry some of that with me to this day. And so I was like, I ain't trying to be having, I was struggling to find a recipe for spaghetti, but they always had 16 ingredients. I ain't got time for that. Just give me the noodles, give me the sauce, and how do I make it taste good? So I found this black girl on YouTube who does vegan recipes, and she had a vegan spaghetti recipe that was simple. I used onion powder, garlic, salt, black pepper. That was it. That was it. That was it. And olive oil. So listen, y'all, I'm a beginner cooker. After 35 years, I'm just now learning how to cook for myself. Bruh, I don't know nothing about no sugar in the spaghetti. I didn't need it. Even the spaghetti sauce that I got is 0 added sugar. So all that chopping and stuff, I ain't got there yet. But I'm really proud of this spaghetti I made because this is my second time making spaghetti my whole life. The first time, that joker tastes like red water. And I was mad. And I gave up on cooking. So I was like, no, I gotta give it another shot. Oh, Kendra off the chain. She off the chain. But I gotta, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to think about stuff like this. But we know people don't live forever. And you never know when your time is. So I need to get on my game. Because when my granddaddy died...
Have you checked out our new merch? Support the Medaya movement, where comfort is our main goal. Let your wardrobe be a reflection of your finesse and personal flair. With every thread woven with care, our apparel is designed to not just look great, but feel great too. We believe in celebrating every body type with our diverse range of stylish, high-quality clothing. We are not just selling merch, we're curating confidence, ensuring you step out in style every single day. Experience the blend of fashion-forward trends and timeless classics in our collections. And with our inclusive sizing, you'll find the perfect fit that makes you feel confident and fabulous. Embrace the Medaya movement experience today. Shop now. The link is in the bio.
So I need to get on my game. Because when my granddaddy died, my grandmama don't know how to do finances. Because she never had to do them. So I feel like in this day and age, gender roles is silly. I think gender roles are silly because it incapacitates the man and it incapacitates the woman. So I'm like, I'm not about to sit up here and be reliant on Kendra all the time because God forbid something happened to her, what I'm going to do then? Go hungry? Nah. So I was like, let me step my game up. Let me step my game up and at least know how to cook spaghetti. And it's cheap. This meal costs about $2 all together. I'm telling you, beautiful Rosebud, listen, bro. This meal costs about $2. I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. Spaghetti is one of the cheapest meals you can make, the fastest meals you can make, and that joker lasts a long time. And that joker got a lot of calories in it. So let me go back up here and catch some of these comments. I missed them. Now, I don't do no eggs. I'm vegan, man. I don't do the eggs. I ain't got no sides, y'all. I should have got some garlic bread, though. I need to get some garlic bread. That would have been fire. Some vegan garlic bread, that would have been good to go with it. Yeah, and it feed a lot of folk, boy. Just add a little bit of honey. I don't see no reason to mess this up, Richie. I got some spinach. That's what I'm about to do. I knew I had some green. I got some spinach. I'm about to saute the spinach on them, boys. You said, I can't do TikTok, man. TikTok feel like a stupid person machine. I ain't gonna flex, but I'm sticking with YouTube, dog. I appreciate y'all trying to put me on, but I feel like TikTok is a stupid person factory. I can't do TikTok, man. I stick with YouTube. Appreciate the recommendation. Yeah, I don't understand why I want to add no honey to this, cause we good over here. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where you from, Richie. But if I add honey to this spaghetti, it gonna mess it up. It gonna mess it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? It just gonna throw everything I did, it just gonna throw it all in the trash can. If I add honey to this, adding honey to this spaghetti would be like adding mayonnaise to coffee. It just don't make no sense. I'm telling you, Gwendolyn, I'm straight with the IG and the YouTube. I'm good. I don't understand why I would add sugar to this. Why I want sweet spaghetti for? I don't understand. I'm eating this thing straight out the thing. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? I use Beyond Meat. I use Beyond Meat. And if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't even know. You said sugar gonna set it off. Nah, we gonna leave set it off to Boosie and Jada Pinkett. If I add sugar to this spaghetti, it's just gonna mess it up. Sweet spaghetti, huh? That like folk that put, what else folk make sweet? Sweet grits. That don't make no sense. Folk be putting sugar on their collard green. Listen, Tiffany. If I gave you this spaghetti and I ain't tell you, you would have thought it was cow. I'm telling you, soul waves, spaghetti equals savory to me. To each his own. Sweet spaghetti just don't go together to me. Now I agree with that, Gwendolyn. If I added some onions and bell peppers and some mushrooms in here, now that'll set it off. That'll make it hearty. We already savory. But if I add them onions and bell peppers and mushrooms, it'll evolve to hearty. Yeah, we upgrade. Gwendolyn gave me the upgrade. We'll upgrade to hearty. That's what we're going for next. Hearty. Cause all that stuff cheap and it don't take long to chop. But here's the thing, here's my problem with onions, right? I got beef with onions. And I need y'all help. Cause I love onions. I feel like they make everything better. But I can't stand that doggone smell on my fingers. And that joker do not respect soap. Onion don't care nothing about no soap. I went and put soap on my hands and then slid on a slip and slide. And it was still smelling like onions. Called the fire department, sprayed my hand with the fire hose and soap and water. Still smell like onions. Yeah, use some gloves. That more stuff to buy though. I ain't got time for that. That more stuff to buy. Some gloves. I gotta see you some gloves up in here, man. I ain't about to go buy no gloves, man. I ain't about to go buy no... Come on, man. I'm a minimalist, bruh. Y'all, listen, man. I'm not about to go... I don't respect onions that much to go buy no whole item specifically for chopping onions. I just have to chop the onions with a long knife so I won't have to touch them and then scoop them up with a spoon. That's what I do. A lemon or orange peel, that really work. See, now I gotta buy lemons and onions. I gotta buy lemons and onions lemons and oranges just for the onions. I can't do it. What's up, BB? I think we just gonna leave the onions alone. Stick with the bell peppers. Not in greens. We talking about the spaghetti. I'm just gonna leave the onions out, y'all. That's too much. Couldn't nobody give me a solution that didn't require going to buy nothing. Yeah, I'm telling you, I might have to get them pre-cut onions and just drop them jokers off in there. What you say, BB? I missed it. What you trying to tell me? I put garlic powder in there. I ain't buying no whole garlic. Garlic powder, the same thing. Matter of fact, I did use onion powder. I don't need no onions, but we were going for hearty. In order to go from savory to hearty, we got to put some vegetables in there. But I think, honestly, the way I am, we just won't see hearty over here. We just ain't gonna see hearty over here. Have somebody cut them for me? Nah, it ain't that serious. We just gonna
Interested in a great read? Check out Greatness is a Habit authored by Aaron Dixon, also known as True. Many of you know him as True. He has authored this amazing read. The book is available on Apple Books. Get your copy today and stay motivated to win.
have somebody cut them for me. Nah, it ain't that serious. We just gonna onion powder this thing on out. That's how we gonna do. We gonna get some bell peppers, and we gonna get some mushrooms, and that's how we gonna do that. I ain't used no tomato paste, but I heard tomato paste is a game changer. But I ain't had none. You could use it for tomatoes and everything else. So I was trying to tell you, you could use the chopper. Nah, I ain't buying no chopper style. I ain't doing that. We gonna onion powder this thing going out, y'all. We'll get a green pepper or something and some mushroom, but yeah, I ain't chopping no onion. I don't do that. What I'm gonna do with the carrots, BB? Help me understand how carrots and spaghetti go together. Shout out to all the people that know how to cook up in here, cause I don't. I know how to make spaghetti now, though. Ooh, that joker done changed the game. I done let it sit out a little bit. It done soaked up in. It's all, what? This joker last me a couple days right here. I might be eating spaghetti for the rest of the year. Y'all talking about food too high. No, your preferences is too high. Spaghetti still $2, boy. Ooh, wee. Y'all tripping. Food high. Nah, your preferences is too high. This meal cost me $8, and we gonna eat for 3 days. Nah, I don't do Prego. Prego too low. I got the organic spaghetti sauce. I can't do Prego. Cut them really small carrots and zucchini. Nah, that's too much time. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. I just need to not die. See, y'all trying to have a good time with the food. I'm just trying not to die and make it taste good at the same time. So I just need the calories. I ain't worried about the other stuff y'all talking about. Oh, it's better the next day. Yeah, this joke gonna be extra good tomorrow. You said carrots not even nutritious. I don't know, man. I have to look into that. Nah, I can't do no processor. I'm a minimalist. Hey, yo, Tisha, I ate the sausage last night. They sure would have been in there, Tisha. I ate the sausage last night. Boy, I ate the sausage last night. Beyond sausage. I had 2 left. Ate them joker last night. They would have been up in there. They would have been in there. Ate them joker last night, boy. What else easy to cook, y'all? Cause I got the spaghetti down. I'm a spaghetti master now. Celery ain't nothing but hard green water. I don't want no celery ain't nothing but water. I don't do nothing with that. What else a fast meal that costs less than $6? And no meat unless it's plant-based. You say you don't eat vegetables. Hey, that's fine, man. Everybody got their own preferences, man. Everybody got their own preferences. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? What you eat is your business. Nah, quinoa, I don't like quinoa. Stir fry, nah, that take too long. That's a curry vegetable, that take too long. Stew, what you put in there? Vegetables, lasagna, nah, that take too long. I ain't gonna flex, man. I don't think nothing get easier than spaghetti. No, cosmic tea. You gotta have bread and all that. Gotta have ketchup and all that extra stuff on the side. Nah, I don't eat seafood. I'm vegan. Nah, you gotta chop the potatoes up. I ain't got time for that. You can't beat spaghetti. I know y'all know how to cook. You can't beat spaghetti from what I know. It was just noodles and sauce. And some seasoning. And we were through. Took me about 20 minutes. Now, bean burrito, I gotta roll that. You ain't gotta roll spaghetti. Spaghetti already ready. Oh yeah, Dream of Venus. Very. Y'all looking at Microwave Man. What I was raised on Hot Pockets, hot dog, them little Jimmy Dean sausage biscuit, pancakes, cereal, everything fast. And when I was in the military, they cooked 3 times a day at the DFAC. I ain't have to do nothing but show up. I'm very impatient when it comes to food. Vegetable soup, that take too long. And it ain't nothing but 2 calories when you get through. You made all that food and you gonna be hungry. You gonna be hungry. It take more calories to burn vegetable soup than you get out of it. That thin meal, come on, man. I don't want no thin meal. I need something that's hearty and satisfying. Talking about some vegetable soup. I'm not in the military no more. You must don't know about soldiers for life. Come on, man. Some habits are hard to break. I gotta put in some work. I did. I made the spaghetti. Y'all can't beat spaghetti. Ain't nobody did it yet. Boo. Y'all stuffed baked potato. That take too long. You gotta stuff. You ain't gotta stuff spaghetti. I'm telling you, intuitive views. I'm about to eat spaghetti every day because y'all tripping. Can't nobody come up with nothing to beat spaghetti. To my stuffed baked potato. You gotta stuff. And you gotta bake. That too much. that too long. That sound like more than 15 minutes. I ain't got that. I can't dedicate 15 minutes to food and cooking. No. Y'all looking at somebody who used to be a world champion fast food eater. Air fryer. That's too much air. Shoot. Spaghetti ain't got, you don't need no air for spaghetti. What I need an air fryer for? You need air. That's too much air. You can bake a potato in the microwave. That's a microwave potato. That ain't baked. That's facade. That's a facade. Peanut butter and jelly. Shoot, that too much bread. You gotta smear the peanut butter on one side. Then you gotta close the jar. Once you open the spaghetti jar, you ain't gotta put the lid back on. That joker through. You just pour it on out. You gotta rinse the knife off and put the peanut butter on one side and make sure the jelly don't contaminate no. That's too much. Once you can let everything splash together with spaghetti. When 2 worlds collide. Exactly as Clark, I'm telling y'all, what part of y'all not realizing Hot Pockets, cereal, hot dogs? Come on, man. Spaghetti, it don't get no faster. DoorDash too expensive. I told you I can't be eating out like I used to when I was in the army. And it was just me. I can't do that. I can't eat out like I used to. I can't do that no more. It's too high. And then the food too good. Make you don't want to eat nothing else. I can't. The fast food too good. DoorDash. The food $12. And it's $30 for them to bring it to you. Shoot, I might as well run. Matter of fact, don't dash nothing. Don't dash it. Give me the slow option. Just drive regular. Don't dash. If it'll take out $20, don't dash. Just drive slow. Drive regular. I'm telling you, that junk be too good, too seasoned, too greasy. You don't be want to eat nothing else. You will get tired of spaghetti. Speak for yourself. I looked into that too, Gwendolyn, as far as them pre-meals, Beyond Meat chili dogs with sweet potato fry. You gotta, that's too much, cause then you gotta get the bread. Then you gotta chop the sweet potatoes up. You say you work for DoorDash. That what's up, man. How that working out for you? Crock pot take too long. Crock pot, everything that go in the crock pot take 3 hours to make. The crock pot and speed don't go together. And we know that. Everybody know crock pot and speed can't exist at the same time. Whenever somebody busts out a crock pot, this is about to be a 3-day event. I got too many special requests. I'm just trying to honor myself. God, dog, Tiffany. I need the speed. I'm need for speed. You don't know. I'm need for speed. I can't be in here all day cooking. I don't see how y'all cook. Some of y'all be in the kitchen 3-4 hours having a good time. I can't. We ain't talking about, listen, we talking about me. We talking about me. I might look into that, Gwendolyn. I need them speed meals. It's art. Yeah, now don't get me wrong. I respect people who know how to cook. I respect people that got the patience to cook. Yeah, I'm still plant-based. I can't rock with the meat, man. And now I'm not, the end all be all. I'm not the alpha and the omega. I'm just going to share with y'all my reasoning on why I'm plant-based. The reason I'm plant-based is because the leading cause of death in the United States, and I believe globally, is coronary heart disease. And animal products, according to scientific research as it stands today, and what I've found, is a large contributing factor to that. So that's why I choose not to eat meat, because I don't want to have clogged arteries. And if you don't agree, that's fine. Keep eating meat. I didn't call you out by name, and I'm not talking to you directly. And processed food as well. If you look at what is known as the blue zone, Japan, Italy, places that have the highest concentration of people who live to be 100 years old, they don't eat that much meat. And if you look at America, we're one of the, most obese countries in the world, and it's because of our diet. Now, I don't know about the human body not being able to break down animal meat, because ain't nobody in here ever doo-dooed and it was a whole chicken wing in the toilet bowl. So I don't know because hydrochloric acid is very strong. And also, guys, we don't want to push ideas on people, because that's very cultish and narcissistic. If you don't eat something, just say, hey, I choose to stay away from this, this, and this. But to tell somebody what they need to do, it's not a good character trait. Yeah, sparingly. It's like the reverse. I think that your health is a collective understanding, meaning that we would have to look at someone's lifestyle as a whole to determine how healthy they are, because you can't just say, oh, I'm vegan, and that automatically means you're healthy. I believe health is a lifestyle and not just a singular activity or behavior. You know, you can believe whatever you want to believe, eat what you want to eat, but I just think it's corny and lame to think that you have all the answers and that your way of doing things is the right way and everybody needs to do what you're doing. I made spaghetti, it's done. And I was just really excited on how it turned out, and I just wanted to share it with somebody real quick. And I also wanted to see what type of feedback I can get from the people who cook on a regular basis. But this spaghetti making experience has been really good, and I'm excited to see what other options I'll end up exploring. I used to juice. I don't now, because I like to keep, I want to keep the fiber. I already showed it, but I'll show it again. Let's flip it that way. Oh, that's me. There it is. That's the finished product, everybody. And it is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. And like I told
Interested in a great read? Check out Greatness is a Habit authored by Aaron Dixon, also known as True. Many of you know him as True. He has authored this amazing read. The book is available on Apple Books. Get your copy today and stay motivated to win.
Amazing. And like I told you earlier, I'm a minimalist. It tastes as good as it looks. No, I use Beyond Meat. I'm a minimalist, and I don't like to have a lot of material possessions. Right now, everything that I have, I can literally fit it in one bag, and I want to keep it that way. So buying a juicer is something that I'm not interested in investing in, because we can, I'm not going to say we, I'm just going to speak for myself. That's one thing I want to push nowadays, because I noticed that we have a lot of people thinking that they're a voice for everybody. You have a lot of leaders talking about black people this and black people that and men this and women that. I didn't ask you to represent me. And I think that it's in my own best interest to speak for myself. So personally, I don't want a lot of material possessions. And so I would never buy something like a juicer. I heard lentils are very difficult to season. Try elbow pasta with mushroom, okra, and coconut milk. The coconut milk suggestion is interesting, but I definitely like okra. I don't know what scallions are, though. You have to inform me on that. I don't know what a scallion is. Hey, that's fine, Kelly K. Like, I have a simple motto that I live by. And it's handle business, have fun, and harm no one. The most important one to me is harm no one. And if you're not harming nobody, it doesn't matter if you have 400 pair of shoes. That's your business, and I need to mind mine. Oh, scallions. Okay, gotcha, Marie. Gotcha. Yeah, I got you. They're a different style of onion. I know exactly what you're talking about. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you so much for that. Now, my next concern is how long is this spaghetti gonna last? I'm interested to see how long it's gonna last because one bowl is about to be made shortly. Interesting, lentils and pecans. Did you all eat a lot of lentils and carbonation? Yes, we did. We did. Lentils and rice to this day is still one of my favorite dishes. It's really good. The lentils, the rice, the celery, the carrots. I just don't have the patience to make it myself. 2-3 days. Well, that's dependent on, I think we all can attest to our appetites shifting. And depending upon where my appetite is right now, that could be, shorter or longer. I might eat the whole thing tomorrow. Who knows? $504, what going on? Oh, the chef. I'm not really a chef. It was just a title I wanted to put up there. I'm learning how to cook after 35 years of not needing to do so. And one of my first successful dishes was spaghetti. And I'm proud of the way it came out, and it tastes really good, and I wanted to tell somebody. That's it. That's why we're here. And I'm actually going to make a bowl now. Cover this thing up. I'm telling you, Tam, 3 days. I'll be celebrating a birthday with my friends, Stephen Curry, Quincy Jones, and Albert Einstein. Stephen Curry turns 36, Quincy Jones turns 91, and of course Albert Einstein is dead. You got a top to something? Oh yeah, don't I need a top? Yeah, I need a top, right? Do y'all put stuff in the refrigerator naked? Or do y'all put a top on it? Let me know. How we do this? I need to turn up? No, Tam, I need to turn down, Tam. Cover it. I got something. Put a top on there. Got y'all. Appreciate it. Tupperware? No, I'm going to leave it exactly in that big pot. I'm going to leave it in the pot. Thank you all for the recommendation and the advice. You said definitely cover the plate. Oh, yeah, you can put a plate on top of there, but I have a top that fits. Why delete my dance video? Because I don't want to store files that I believe do not reflect what my primary focus is at the time. It was good for the moment, but it's not something I want to archive. That's why I started writing, because the messages I'm writing, they get straight to the point, and I believe they convey some very important information that I think people should consider. And
Hey y'all, I'm back with yet another amazing book that is available for pre-order. This book is titled The Tribe of Judah Experience. It is authored by Elizabeth, and she was indeed a member of this tribe/cult. She finally breaks her silence and speaks her truth. If you are interested in being one of the first people to have this book, go on ahead and contact Liz on IG and be sure to tell her that Medaya sent you.
And if you didn't hear earlier, I'm somebody who doesn't really like to waste time, and I like to get straight to the point of things. And I feel like writing really allows me to deliver a point in a fraction of the time that it takes to record and edit a video. So whereas it would take me potentially 30 minutes to edit one video, it takes me a matter of potentially seconds to write a message. I already wrote a book. It's available only on Apple Books because I don't like Android or Barnes & Noble or Amazon. So if you don't have Apple, you won't be able to get it. And I have no intentions of putting it on any other platforms. You said it also shows my happiness for that day and time. I'm not so much interested in showing my happiness. Really not interested in that. I feel like there's some very important issues that need to be looked at and addressed. And so that's where my focus is. Baby FKA, if you go on my page, I have a link tree and it'll take you straight there. I actually thought I put too much sauce in here, but it's kind of blended in really nice with the rest, with the noodles and everything after I let it sit for a little bit. So how have you guys' Monday been going? I hope well. Hey, what's going on, Coco? How you doing? I hope all is well with you. So far, so good. That's good to hear. You say you're plotting on escaping this 9 to 5? Do what's best for you. You know, I had another thought that I will be writing. I said to myself, make room for your own thoughts in your own mind, because there's enough people telling you what to eat, what to do, and how to do it. Oh yeah, the weather is beautiful. Where you at? Georgia got clear, well, at least where I'm at. Partly sunny. Looking good out here. You said our household likes the sauce in a separate pot. To each his own. I like to mix it all up. You in Louisiana? Shout out Louisiana. I had an opportunity to visit New Orleans last year. Didn't really get to look around or experience the culture, but it was good to be in the vicinity. What's going on, Miss Eagle? How you doing today? Shout out to the T, because we had a lot of fun last night at her watch party. I'm glad that she continues to document carbonation even after the verdict was delivered, because this is very interesting to watch and examine the current cult members as they endure another defeat. It's a good. What's going on, Slim Sassy? I really enjoy examining this experience from so many different angles. I get to view it from my own perspective, the perspective of other members who've left, the perspective of the members who are still there, the people who've watched, and the people who continue to support carbonation. So it's interesting. The reason why I don't get mad at anything, because I treat it like a classroom. I treat it like I said, a case study. Well, that's unfortunate, Flute. Let's hope that she doesn't involve herself. Let's hope that she doesn't make permanent decisions from temporary feelings. You said this can be a mukbang? One thing I should have did before I went live is I should have washed the dishes. That's a great question, A. Marie. And my answer is no. When you get a chance, if you take a look at my story, there has been a pattern of cult leaders who have attempted to file an appeal, but their appeal was ultimately denied. Keith Raniere, Warren Jeffs, and others all have submitted appeals, and all of their appeals were denied. If I had to choose yes or no, the answer would be no. Cult leaders are something that nobody respects and that nobody takes as a joke, because nobody wants to see their daughter doing what Kayla and Portia are doing. So to release Eligio Bishop back into the public would send a very, very disturbing message to the people of Georgia. And you have to understand that while some people get online and talk about the government, the people are extremely powerful. And the government can only do so much before they disturb the people, because the people will destroy everything you have. So we can't act like the people are just these weak, mindless drones that just go to work. They're not. The people are just as much as part of the government as the president. So I don't think anybody would want to be on the receiving end of the state of Georgia for releasing Eligio Bishop back into the public. I don't think they want that. And every state has its own climate. And if you look at the climate of Georgia and its response to cult leaders in the past, we don't play. But great question, though, A. Marie. Great question. Another great question. I used to. The reason I had to let it go is because carrying anger prevents you from experiencing happiness. Every moment I spent angry at Eligio Bishop was a moment lost in which I could have possibly been at peace and in a state of joy. Me being mad at Eligio Bishop does nothing to affect his life. It only makes mine worse. And I already believe, without a doubt, that karma is real and that there is some type of divine force that has a greater power than any human could possess. And if that's not the case, and that's a subjective belief, if I look at the pattern of Eligio Bishop, he can't stay out of jail if he wanted to. He can't be successful if he wanted to. So what I ended up having to adopt as a philosophy concerning Eligio Bishop is that he is the type of person who you don't have to do anything but get out of the way and he'll destroy his own self. And that turned out to be true. So me being angry at Eligio Bishop ultimately was a waste of time and energy.
Guys, this is a moment that I have personally anticipated. This book is now available for pre-order, authored by Janae Newell. The title is Lesson Learned. Janae shares a part of her journey with us, and I am looking forward to this amazing read. I myself am already on the pre-order list. If you're interested in being one of the first people to get this book, definitely hit Janae up on IG. Her IG is janae.alexandria. So hit her DM, let her know you're interested, and be sure to let her know that Medaya sent you.
So I stopped. At this point, I'm not mad at anybody. I don't know. The only possible thing I could think about concerning Malia is one, she's still there, and for whatever reason, she's choosing not to be on camera, or two, she left. But only time will tell which one of those statements is actually factual. No, I didn't make garlic bread, but I definitely feel like that would have been a great addition. I don't know where she is. Your guess is good as mine. Alfredo, that might actually be a good idea. No. Not to insult their intelligence or their abilities, but Jackson Juju aren't really that great at conveying the knowledge to people. They are really scattered in their delivery. They have a hard time following through on their points. 1 minute they'll talk about the system, and then the next minute they'll be talking about hair, and then the next minute they'll be talking about astrology. So the people that continue to want to be a part of Carbonation, are just people who want to be a part of something, regardless of any type of direction or anything like that. But I do not believe carbonation will ever have a large following, with Eligio Bishop not being able to do his stunts and his shenanigans online. So no, I don't think so. And they don't have the propaganda anymore as far as, you know, the Panamanian backgrounds and the waterfalls. At this point, you'll just be joining them in a room. So the propaganda is not there. Carbonation doesn't look as appealing as it once did. I don't know if y'all seen Kayla's and Porsche's recent video, but they did a recent live, and one of the people that came on their live began to talk. And you can tell that Kayla and Porsche were having a difficult time connecting with this person, because this person spent a large amount of time saying a lot and absolutely nothing at the same time. And her demeanor would lead you to believe that something's mentally wrong with her. And Kayla and Porsche sense that. But because they're desperate to hold this image that they still have supporters, they allowed her to talk and attempted to connect with her through keywords. But it was clear that the woman speaking was incoherent and was not even aware of what she was saying. And it was very hard to watch. But what I gathered from that is that Kayla and Porsche were not proud in that moment that these are the people who are supporting them. And so I'm glad that woman came up there. And I'm glad because I feel like she represents the type of people that are behind the comments that say Eligio Bishop is innocent and that this is wrong. Because if that woman represents who's supporting Eligio Bishop, then it's quite sad.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
That these are the people who are reinforcing the current cult members. If you haven't seen it, check it out and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The woman that they brought on live, you can tell that something's not quite right with her mentally. But because they're desperate to maintain this narrative that Eligio Bishop still has supporters, they allowed her to be on. And notice how they have completely abandoned their original stance concerning the evidence that exonerated Eligio Bishop. They went from attempting to discredit Janae's character to now saying that the trial wasn't fair. They don't even bother discrediting the witnesses anymore because that's completely irrelevant. Now they've moved on to this idea that the trial wasn't fair. And they also try to spin this narrative as if this is a racial issue and that we all need to come together and help them. But it's amazing that when Eligio Bishop was out, he was degrading and dismissing the people he now is suggesting support him. It's very childlike behavior. At this point, B. Kelly, nobody really cares. You have the 0.01% of people who belong to some form of radical beliefs themselves. But 99.9% of the world knows that Eligio Bishop isn't going anywhere. And the reason they did that live had nothing to do with the people who were listening. That live was for them to repeat to themselves, to convince themselves that there's still hope, that this isn't completely over. Porsche said he was innocent at least 20 times in that video. It wasn't for me, it wasn't for you, it was for her. Which of the women got the most physical abuse in your opinion? I would agree with that same statement. I don't like to bring up people who may not want to be involved, so I won't say her name. But I believe Malia may have received the most abuse out of everyone. And it's very hard to quantify abuse. But if I had to choose, I would say Malia. Because Malia is one of the few people that actually had to go to the hospital on 2 separate occasions. Malia is one of the few people, if not the only person, who ran outside completely naked to get away from Eligio Bishop. You have to be undergoing something very extreme to want to run outside naked and knock on somebody's door seeking assistance. And this is not to devalue anybody's experience, but it's certain things that Malia has done and certain things that have been done to her which lead me to believe that she's experienced things on a different spectrum. But with that being said, guys, I'll let y'all go. Thank y'all for being here. I'm about to eat the spaghetti and clean up, and I'll talk to y'all next time. That name just make me think, oh man, they parents didn't raise them right. It's unfortunate that they grew up in the hood. Nah. I'm trying to understand. I remember watching this one dude. He said he shot his daddy in the head and began singing the national anthem for another country. I'm like, oh my. And he was just sitting there like he was telling you about his day at work. I'm like, my boy.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Oh my God. You know, Lona, you know, that might be true. Gregory Green. I'm the one who was at court when Aaron testified. I probably don't recognize your face because the only people I remember seeing is the T, Medaya, Lisa, another dark-skinned lady that spoke to me, and another light-skinned girl got up, left out, and then came back in. I think that is you, Spirit Dog. I think I do recognize you. Did you sit next to Lisa? You was in a row right in front of me? Okay, yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I got you. Because I think you had a ponytail. And I think you had on black. And I'm really good with faces. Yes, okay, yeah, I do remember you. Yep, I remember you got up, you left out, and you came back in. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, gotcha. And I figured that I don't remember the shoes. I just do well with faces. What's going on, Gwen? And I remember thinking that if you was on this side, you could not have been in support of Nature Boy because his side was looking like Tuesday night Bible study. It was dead over there. And I still want to know, to all the Nature Boy supporters, where were you when I said I loved you? Where were you? Now, what type of support come out after the verdict? Boy, y'all boo-boo trash, boy. And if you knew Nature Boy was innocent, why didn't you testify? Come on, man. I'm telling you, I side with Deep. Nature Boy side looking like night shift. Wasn't nobody there. I support Nature Boy, but only on the internet. You got people flying out all the way from California to support us. Oh yeah, I support Nature Boy, but not at the expense of my own self. I support Nature Boy, but only on the internet. Come on, man. Y'all had Nature Boy head doing 360 looking for y'all. Oh yeah, I know Nature Boy's innocent, but I'm not about to get on that stand. Oh, I'll testify, but only on the internet. Oh yeah, I'll testify, but only on the internet. Oh yeah, I'll be in the comment section, but not the courtroom. Yeah, definitely. His own, listen, Spirit Dog. Nature Boy's own actual family, like people who knew him before Nature Boy didn't show up. All of his so-called homeboys that he was rocking with. Come on, man. All of his homeboys that he was showing y'all online. Yeah, this my boy right here. This my boy right here. Hey, this my boy right here. Your own baby, the mothers of your children. The children that you had before Nature Boy didn't even show up. Yeah, man, free Nature Boy, man. Free Nature Boy. Turn around, that boy, you must have had your invisibility cloak on. Them boys had on that invisible lotion. Hey, man, free Nature Boy, man. I'm telling you, he look around, boy, can't nobody help you. Hey, man, free Nature Boy, man. See, I ain't see. When I was in the courtroom, I ain't staying there long because I had to go. They had to take me back to the house. So I only sat, after I gave my testimony, I sat in the courtroom for about 10 minutes and then I left. And the only people I had recognized was Medaya, Lisa, and now Spirit Doll, and another dark-skinned girl that spoke to me, and the T. Everybody else that was on our side, and I sat next to Janae. But everybody else who was in there, I didn't, if you was in there, I didn't recognize you. And what kind of friend, listen, y'all, what kind of friends are you? I support Eligio Bishop. But when he needed you in the courtroom, you wasn't there. When he needed you to testify on his behalf, you wasn't there. When he needed money for a lawyer, you wasn't there. Come on, what do you mean by support? By support. Can you hear me now? I bet. Yeah, man. Come on, how would y'all feel if y'all graduating and your mom and dad say, yeah, we gonna support you, and they don't show up to the graduation? How would you feel if your best friend say, I'm gonna support you, and they don't show up? That's like the ultimate form of support, is to make yourself present. Yeah, I support Eligio Bishop, but not in that courtroom. Come on, man. You had that man in there looking naked, man. Y'all left that man naked, man. High and dry. I think they really think that what they're doing on the internet is having some type of, but look at what it's done. Let me tell y'all, I've been watching Nature Boy since 1998, and he ain't do that. Why you didn't tell the jury? Maggot. Come on, man. You graduating, your mom and daddy say they coming. I'm telling you, and this ain't right, y'all. What you didn't know it wasn't right until the verdict. I'm telling you. Talk about some free Nature Boy. Man, y'all so lame. Come on, man. And the crazy part about it is, when Aya, Malia, Ephraim, and Zoka leave, what they gonna say then? What they gonna say then? Ain't even gonna be nobody left to support. What are they gonna do when Aya, Malia, Ephraim, and Zoka finally leave? And I already know. I put $50. Anybody want to bet? Anybody want to gamble real quick? I put $50 on it. Nature Boy can't wait to go live on Bigo. As soon as he get a chance, the first phone call he gonna get, I guarantee he do one or two things. I guarantee you he do one or two things. Bet me $50. All you gotta do is say bet. Y'all know how it go. If you used to gamble, or if you still gamble, let me know. If you want to gamble, $50. I bet Nature Boy do one or two things as soon as he get a phone. Or a phone call. I bet he go live. And I bet he do one or two things, right? Watch this. He gonna either try to talk about how messed up his situation is and how unfair everything was. Or he gonna try to make it seem like his situation ain't that bad. Oh yeah, we snitching. Oh, we snitching, short and sassy. Hey, officer, Mr. Bishop got a phone. Mr. Bishop got a phone. He gonna do one or two things. He gonna get on the phone and say, man, I ain't got no hard feelings, y'all. Cause I know that the universe is working in my favor. And I got a sale, and I got some noodles, and a lot of people support me. You know, I don't carry no hatred in my heart, you know, because what they did, they got to live with it. My heart is pure. My heart is light as a feather. I don't have no hatred towards nobody. He going to try to do that route. Or he going to talk about, man, they cut my hair off. They throw that white powder on me. They made me bend over and cough. Man, they made me be in 23-hour lockdown. They won't let me give no commissary. And it's just messed up, man, because all I did was try to teach people knowledge of self. He gonna go one or two routes, bruh. One of two routes. It's gonna be the Poor Nature Boy show, or it's gonna be the I Forgive Everybody show. What else he gonna do? What else he gonna do? It's gonna either be the Poor Nature Boy. Oh, they won't let me get vegan options. They making me eat oatmeal and sausage. Nah, I don't think he gonna create no cult. I don't think so. Because the only reason he was able to create a cult on the outside is because of the propaganda he had that made carbonation look like something worth joining. Yeah, Mama Earthy, he gonna do one or two things. It's gonna either be the feel sorry for me nature boy, or either it's gonna be, yo, y'all, they really take care of me in here, man. A lot of the dudes recognize me from the internet, and they say they rock with my teachers, man. They say that, you know what I'm saying? They saying that, you know, it's messed up that I'm in here, man, because how I treat. My bad, y'all. That was my dad calling me. All right. So as soon as he make that phone call, it better be on their security line. Cause we gonna make sure he get shaken down. But we ain't letting you live. Let me find out Nature Boy making a call after phone hours. Shake him down. Shake him down. Man, I don't know how it go, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have people, and you know what I'm saying? You have people in their stories. But I don't know how the nature of Nature Boy and his charges and his reputation is going to affect his daily life in prison. I don't know. You know, you have people who speculate. You have different myths and different rumors. I don't know how it go in prison. I ain't never been. So I can only speculate from the stories I've heard and, you know, the information that's out there. But I don't know how his reputation and how the nature of his charges is going to impact his daily life. I don't know.
I don't really know how his charges or his internet presence will affect his time in prison, but I'm hoping that it's very unpleasant.
His daily life. I don't know. But life is a long time, boy. That's a long time. And I think that the current cult members think that this appeal is about to be a speedy process. Oh, I didn't know that, Spirit Doll. Shoot, no. Shoot, no. That boy ain't getting... Listen, let me tell you what's going to happen to the appeal. They going to type it up, and it's going to get to somebody's desk. And the next sound that appeal going to hear, for those of you who worked... work or... no. Oh, Dr. York ain't in population? Where he be at? Is he in eternal segregation? Hold on, Darcelli. Hold on, Darcelli got the info. Don't be in here gossiping, Darcelli. Has anybody else heard this? They said some lawyers look at it and didn't want to take the case. Oh, really, Spirit Doll? So Dr. York is in eternal segregation or something? Interesting. Okay, Kivana. Kivana said to get an appeal, they have to have new evidence to present before the appeals board, not that video. Okay. Shoot, we ain't even got to look at the statistics, Mama Earthy. We just look at Nature Boy. I told you the only appeal they gonna be doing, appealing orange. They gonna be appealing a banana. That's it. They might as well get the peeling. This Georgia, man. I know this state better than any other state because I was born and raised here. There's something different about the atmosphere in Georgia. We just don't play. Y'all know Pastor Troy's song. Ain't no more play in GA. Georgia is not about to be like, oh yeah, after a jury decided unanimously that this person was guilty, we gonna overturn it. Man, please. Oh, that's why you was at the trial, Spirit Doll. You was right up the way. Okay, so it wasn't inconvenience for you. Really? Come on, bro. Georgia went through a whole trial, and he was convicted unanimously. It's not like it's not like he was convicted by majority vote. He was convicted unanimously. You think Georgia about to be like, oh yeah, we made a mistake? Man, please. The people of Georgia is going to be looking at whoever do that like, what? What you mean an appeal? It ain't happening, bro. But it's not even about us. It's about them having a reason to continue on. Because everything that he told them to believe in has not come to pass. So this one lying prophet y'all got. Exactly, Darcelli. And not, you know who else missed the point? These retarded people that be supporting him. He didn't deserve. She might have said a lot of stuff. But one of the most important things she said was no. And then Nature Boy went ahead, because he can't keep his mouth shut, went and confirmed that she said no. So what is we talking about? Like, do y'all not understand that that is the only word that needs to be said to relinquish consent? It doesn't matter if we had sex 800 times. Every new sexual encounter requires a new form of consent. But you have a lot of dudes like Nature Boy that think that because you're my girlfriend and because you're my wife, I own you. And because I own you, you owe me sexual favors. Your wife can tell you no, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Some dudes don't understand that. That's why you gonna be in jail, right behind Nature Boy. Go ahead and keep playing, but all it's gonna take is one of them girls to realize what you doing, and you gonna find yourself looking stupid, trying to be the man for the internet. No, life ain't for only if you kill somebody. Georgia has it clear as day, public record. Do you know that he could have got the death penalty? A lot of people ain't talking about that. There's no more play in GA. He picked the wrong state. He should have went to Utah, where they let people do this type of goofy stuff. Nature Boy chose Georgia. His possible maximum sentences, you can look it up, was life without the possibility of parole, and the death penalty. Nature Boy could have been executed. Do you not understand that? I made a post about how he would have been executed in one of these other indigenous, lesser developed countries that he loved to visit. But right here in Georgia, you couldn't get the death penalty for his charge. Look it up. And for those of you who don't think, or who may think that his sentence was too severe, let somebody do what Nature Boy did to those women to you. And then let me know if you feel like your perpetrator deserves some leniency. It's all good now because you can't connect to the situation. But everything's all good until it show up to your front door. Let it had been your daughter, and let it had been you. And then how would you feel if somebody say, don't you think your predator should receive some leniency? Y'all sound so goofy. Don't you think that your predator deserves a second chance? Don't you think that this monster deserves some leniency? Y'all not understanding. He didn't just get convicted for this. Nature Boy been doing this for years. Think about all the people that was too afraid to come forward. Y'all only got a fraction of the people who was affected by Nature Boy. There's people that got closure from this that you'll never know about, who didn't come forward and will never do an interview. Y'all thinking this about one person or 3 people. Man, Nature Boy been doing this for years, bro. And if he wouldn't have been stopped, it could have been somebody you know. Then you wouldn't be singing these high notes you singing on his behalf. Let somebody have you in a position of fear, of not knowing what they gonna do. And then you let me know if you think they deserve some leniency. Man, you smoking crack. Exactly, blue light love. Come on, man. This is not just about one person or 3 people that you saw testify. This is about a large number of people that have been forgotten about. If y'all go back, and I want y'all to do something if you really that serious. I want you to go back from Nature Boy's first video until his last video and count the different faces you've seen. And I want you to understand that everybody that's been in the vicinity of Nature Boy has been on the receiving end of some type of abuse. And then you tell me if he deserves some leniency. You want to zoom in on the people that spoke out, but zoom out and look at all the people that too afraid to speak out and don't even want to be re-traumatized and don't even want to be in the public eye because of how people treat us. I got up there because I don't care what y'all got to think about me. I refuse to sit up there and know what Nature Boy did and let Janae and anybody else go up there on that stand by themselves. That's some punk stuff. All these people coming out on the internet talking now, you a punk. Because when it was time to show up, you didn't. You want to look at me, y'all. I'm on the internet doing the interview, speaking out about what I know. But when it was time to come to the courtroom, you a punk. It's too late now to tell your story. You a punk. And everybody know you a punk. You want to come out the woodwork and tell your testimony on somebody's YouTube channel. You a punk. It don't matter what folks think about me. When you seen how I was looking in the courtroom, I'm looking at Robert like, you can't cross-examine me because I ain't gonna lie. It ain't no, you don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why the cross-examination for the cult members was such a circus, because they was lying. You can't cross-examine somebody that ain't gonna lie. That's why it didn't take me 32 years to answer a question. Because I'm just going to tell you what it was. I don't care nothing about no cameras being in the courtroom. I don't care nothing about no being on nobody's thumbnail. Every man must search his own soul. You know how lame I was going to feel to myself? Not being a part of the trial, knowing what Nature Boy did, but I'm hopping up on when the verdict reached and the coast is clear. Now I'm coming out talking about some, yeah, y'all, let me tell y'all what Nature Boy did. You a hoe. You a punk. Yeah, now the coast is clear. Let me tell y'all, yeah, Nature Boy this and Nature Boy that. Now you want to come out when the coast is clear. You a hoe. You a hoe punk and a punk hoe. Kalia, let go, Callie. Let's get into that, Callie. You a punk. So y'all was acting and filming a documentary for 7 years. Come on, Callie. And why is you acting in a documentary when by definition a documentary is a recount and a report of factual events? And if you was recording a documentary and if you was acting, first of all, if you was acting, why was when Janae got slapped, why was that not being recorded? Why is people getting slapped when the cameras ain't rolling? Because y'all smoking dope and y'all lying.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but honestly, that was Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Chief Hopper John Hot Pocket, a.k.a. Chief Administrative Segregation's Defense. They were acting. That's why people were getting slapped. That's why he R-worded this woman. Like, what? It was the weirdest defense ever mounted by any defendant.
This ain't rolling. Because y'all smoking dope and y'all lying. That's why. Because y'all smoking dope and y'all lying. How you acting in a documentary? It's a record of real events. Thank you, Courtney. Because y'all smoking dope and y'all lying. And everybody that came out the woodwork talking about Nature Boy, whether on his behalf, whether for him or against him, you a punk by default. Because when it was time to show up in the courtroom, you didn't show up. When the coast was clear, now you got something to say. You a punk, bruh. And you know that in your own soul. Come on, man. You acting in the documentary. That don't even go together. That's like saying you melting in the freezer. Come on, man. These folks acting in the documentary and I'm melting in the freezer. Come on, man. Come on, man. At this point, it's just pathetic. Oh, you talking about, I don't know if it was Adolf Hitler. You know, you had the people that, you had them people that they just got to be contrarian. But from my understanding, Adolf Hitler is famous for saying this quote. If he's not, so what? The whole point of the quote still stands. Is that if you tell a lie loud enough and long enough, it eventually becomes the truth. But I even challenge that because ain't nobody going for the fact that it was a documentary just because y'all keep saying it. Nobody's believing that Eligio Bishop is innocent because y'all keep saying it. Listen, man. They tried to manipulate the court the same way that they manipulated everyone else, whether in person or online. But you can't manipulate the court because this isn't the first time that they've seen somebody like Eligio Bishop, and the court doesn't deal with personal opinions, they deal with facts of the matter. And they challenged all of the things that they were saying, and they could not come up with anything that made sense. Exactly. That's what we, and that's what I'm saying. That's the point we driving home. And here we go. Here's another thing, y'all. People keep talking about plea deal, but where's the paperwork? People have been saying that, which goes back to my point that if you tell a lie loud enough and long enough, it becomes the truth. Now you got people believing without a doubt that a plea deal was offered. Where's the paperwork? You can get paperwork on everything else involving this case. Where's the plea deal paperwork at? Do you not know, bro, they will lie. They will lie about anything. I appreciate that, Caffrey. Why are we just automatically going to believe that a plea deal was offered? He should have took the plea deal. He should have took what plea deal? What plea deal? He should have took the plea deal. You don't even know if a plea deal was actually there. Stop. You know what I'm saying? I know from experience. Stop believing everything just because somebody said it. Come on, man. Come on. I ain't seen no paperwork. Where the plea deal at? Show me a piece of paper that showed them. Come on, man. Ain't nobody get it. Man, come on. I'm telling you, Sunflower, the only plea deal I know for a fact, forget what you heard. The only plea deal I know for a fact was the one they offered him in court, and everybody heard it. Come on, man. 7-year plea deal. Man, please. Listen, man. Why did he... Come on. Come on, man. Why does he say anything? For his own self-interest. Come on, man. Why did he say he was Jesus? Why did he say he was the Messiah? Why did he say everybody need to move to the tropics, but he in Atlanta? Come on, man. Why did he say anything? What you mean? You can't... You really think that anything that come out this man's mouth has any other purpose than for whatever self-interest he has at the time? Come on, man. Just to hear itself talk. And that's why, listen, rock a chick. Just like I told you. Just like I said before. Human ability is on a spectrum. Most of us in this room, we're not Olympic athletes. But genetically, there are people who have those abilities. As far as intelligence is concerned, that's on a spectrum. Some people, I'm realizing, their minds won't let them understand things in the clearest manner. They just don't get it. So I don't know. You know, a lot of people have different conspiracies, and I understand. But what happened to Jayon's baby, I don't know all the way. I don't know if it really had anything to do with the fact that she didn't receive any medical care. I don't know. I don't know about, what the doctor said. The only thing I know is that she went into labor. She had to go to the hospital, and it was a stillbirth. But I will say that it possibly could have been prevented had she had regular medical attention like a normal person. That's the only thing I know. She went to the hospital and it was a stillbirth. Anything outside of that, I'm not saying that it wasn't true or what anybody said was false. I'm not going to add nothing to the story to spice it up. If I don't know, I don't know. That might have been the case, but I can't speak on it because I don't know. The most important thing here, because we can go into things and we'll never get to the truth of the matter because we just don't know. But one thing I will say is that there's a possibility that her child would have been alive had she received the proper medical attention throughout her pregnancy. Well, that's good. If he explained it, then that's why I'm not going to tell you anything other than what I know. I can't tell you exactly what happened other than the fact that she went into labor and the baby was a stillborn. I don't know, BB. I don't know. No, she wasn't allowed to get no treatment. Yep, that's sad, and that's something that she will have to process, when she gets her mind back. And I hope that she doesn't allow herself to be consumed with guilt, because that's definitely a stage that you go through, not just as a cult member, but as a person. I hope that she doesn't blame herself for the situation. She might have, I'm not saying that man was lying. I'm telling you from what I know, that when I say she was able to get medical attention, it wasn't like a normal person. It wasn't like a normal person. She was not getting the medical attention that you would expect from a woman having a normal pregnancy. I'm not saying she never had doctor visits. I'm just saying, bro, that it was not your normal pregnancy. And that if she had received normal medical attention, there's a possibility that the child could have still been alive. The reason he kept the women and men separated was just another form of control. To always make you feel like you never truly had complete decision over the course of your life. He had to maintain this idea that he was your guide and he was your Messiah, and that your decisions and the decisions you made were not substantial without his approval first. So it was just another method of control. You see that all the time. David Koresh used the same tactic. He encouraged his male followers to remain celibate while he was with all the women. So it's a control strategy. It's not uncommon.
Have you checked out our new merch? Support the Medaya movement, where comfort is our main goal. Let your wardrobe be a reflection of your finesse and personal flair. With every thread woven with care, our apparel is designed to not just look great, but feel great too. We believe in celebrating every body type with our diverse range of stylish, high-quality clothing. We are not just selling merch, we're curating confidence, ensuring you step out in style every single day. Experience the blend of fashion-forward trends and timeless classics in our collections. And with our inclusive sizing, you'll find the perfect fit that makes you feel confident and fabulous. Embrace the Medaya movement experience today. Shop now. The link is in the bio.
Control strategy. It's not uncommon. Did I? Okay, let's see. Let me see. So at first, his original teaching was that we was all God, right? Then it shifted to God being on a spectrum. And one of the things that caused me to accept that was his narrative that we wouldn't have been where we were and we wouldn't have known the knowledge if it wasn't for him, which at the time, because I believed in the knowledge, it was true. So that's what allowed me to accept that, he was a higher being or a Messiah or a God, because he was the one that taught us the knowledge, and he was the reason that, we decided to move to the tropics and all those things. So that's what was the process of indoctrination. That was the point. That was the main focal point that allowed me to be indoctrinated into the idea that he was some type of God. Yeah, that's funny, Courtney. That's funny you say that, because ironically, with him claiming to be against white supremacy, he actually exhibited all of the tactics of a slave master. Oh no, New York Queen, and you're not understanding. I guess you missed the part where we were talking about people being born with mental disabilities. There is no healing for Nature Boy. Like, that's the part we got to separate. Like, just the same way somebody's born deaf and some people are born blind, there are people who are born with the inability to express empathy and compassion. There is no healing for Nature Boy. That's how he was born. We were talking about the kids who are born and they're stabbing rabbits and they're hanging puppies from trees. There's no healing for that. Exactly, Pusha Prison. There's no healing for a sociopath. Oh, my bad, New York Queen. I got you. My bad. Sorry about that. That was a miscommunication. Of course, Kivana. If you look at Jim Jones, if you look at Charles Manson, if you look at any cult leader, one of the necessary ingredients is isolation. Nature Boy sold isolation disguised as a healing environment, disguised as, a beautiful natural space. But the trees and the waterfalls and the temperate climate, it was all a disguise for the underlying purpose, which is isolation. It was all isolation. That is a necessary component. And he also felt like he would have more leniency and he would not be subject to the same investigation in foreign countries that he would in the United States. Yes, I get this question frequently, Divine Lotus. But what I like to get people to understand is that in the cult mindset, your doubts, you don't look at them as doubts about the knowledge. You look at them as doubts about your own commitment. So every time we would have a doubt, it would not be something that we would use to discredit the quote unquote knowledge, but it is something that we would use to determine our own level of dedication to what we were doing. So we never used our doubts to challenge the credibility of the information, but rather to only determine our own commitment to what it was we believed in. So the doubts weren't even factors that promoted us in leaving. I'm telling you, Spirit Doll, isolation is necessary because it's hard to control somebody who's getting contrary information about what it is you're doing. And burn this sage, that goes into the same question I just answered about doubts. Even thinking about leaving, it was more, if you thought about leaving, it wasn't because you thought you should leave, but rather it was you not being as committed to what it is you're doing. So it was a constant internal battle. Every time a doubt came up, every time a challenge of the knowledge came up, it was something wrong with you. So it always reverted back to you and your inability to commit. So people stayed in this constant cycle of fighting against their own doubts rather than fighting against what it was they was doing. Oh, sure. The last conversation I had with Nature Boy was him suggesting that I should write books. And the reason that struck me so heavily is because the main focus was supposed to be getting him out of jail. And I'm living in a car and I'm taking a shower and brushing my teeth and washing my face at Planet Fitness. So that last conversation made me realize that this person is completely disconnected from what I'm considering to be a priority now. And so if I'm thinking to myself, if you don't care about your own life, why am I caring about your well-being more than you do? You're worried about making sure you stay on the phone with Malia and that Malia is getting flowers and Malia's breaking phones and I'm going to get phone screens replaced, I'm using the money we're getting from donations that's supposed to be going towards lawyer fees so that I can fix a brand new iPhone that Malia threw in a rage. So I'm like, this person does not care about their life. Why do I care about his life more than him? So that was one of the factors that made me be like, okay, let me get up out of here because this man is playing with his life. So I know by default that he playing with mine. So I lost all respect possible. Any bit of respect I had left for this person was gone in that moment, or in those moments in which I seen him conduct himself when he's in jail. I'm like, you don't even care about your own life in jail. I'm thinking to myself, you know we have limited resources, but you want to be on the phone all day, every day, talking about we're on a rock in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, I'm like, Negro. I'm thinking to myself, Negro, let's reserve these resources for something more important than listening to you talk about how 0 became 1. I'm like, this Negro is an idiot. And I'm like, I cannot deny it no more. There's no knowledge. There was no knowledge available for me to justify what he was doing. There was no knowledge. And I remember this fool had the nerve to tell me one day. I told him, I said, man, I thought you was losing your mind eating that genetically modified food in there, because he ain't getting no organic food in there. And he told me, he was like, guess what he told me, right? He told me I'm a program. I don't never change. And he tried to sell me some bull crap off the fly, right? So I'm thinking to myself, by this time, I'm regaining my ability to think for myself because I'm not talking to him every day. So I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say nothing to him, but I'm thinking to myself, if you're a program and you don't never change, what's the point of eating organic food then? Like, what's the point of eating organic food and being concerned? Why is biology even a 5 science if you're a program and you can't change no matter what you eat? I'm like, he lying. I'm like, you lying. You just making stuff up, bruh. You lying. And then he all of a sudden he talking about some we Muslim now. I'm like, oh, you lying, bruh. You lying. You're lying and you're just making stuff up as you go. And because he couldn't talk to me, I had moments where I got to reflect on what it was he was saying. And every time we got off the phone, I would reflect on what it was he said. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. 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 And it just kept happening. And I'm like, this man just lie, and he just makes stuff up on the fly to maintain this position that he's some type of spiritual guru. But I'm like, you just lying. You lying, bro. You lying. And mind you, people always ask, what was the moment? It's not a moment. It's a series of things that begin to accumulate when you have an opportunity to think for yourself. And I just began to realize gradually more and more that this person has been lying all these years and has just been making stuff up to fit whatever belief system he wanted. I'm like, bro, that don't make no sense, bro. If it don't matter what you eat, then it don't matter what nobody eat. And if it don't matter what you eat, why you got us out here shopping at Sprouts and Whole Foods for non-GMO? Why is you telling people not to eat non-GMO? You a lie. And you a hoe. And he just continued to prove that over and over again, even to this day. Straight hoe. Crazy part about it is the reason you was doing all them shenanigans in the courtroom, because you was scared. You just like a child. All of those other shenanigans of you acting like it didn't matter. The crazy part about it is we all know at a certain point when you get mature, you know the people that go out their way to look rich is broke. We know the people that go out their way to be tough is soft. We know all the people that got to go out their way to prove they confident is insecure. Eligio Bishop was terrified in that courtroom. The reason he left the courtroom is because he couldn't stand and hear that verdict be reached. So he had to excuse himself underneath the disguise of COVID. That boy was doo-dooing and peeing on himself in that courtroom. Yeah, because he's scared. He was scared. What do kids do when they going through an emotional turmoil? What they do? They can't stop moving. Nature Boy couldn't be scared. He couldn't be still because he was doo-dooing on himself. And I don't understand why he didn't tell them folks he was Jesus. Cut the crap. You the main one talking about speak the truth, even if you get in trouble. Why you got Robert Booker speaking on your behalf? Don't you got the gift of gab? Ain't you the master manipulator? You had to let somebody else speak for you? You a hoe. You should have got on that stand and said, yes, Judge, I'd like to testify. I'm Jesus. Y'all are making a big mistake. I'm the Messiah. And I come here to save humanity. But you a hoe. You was Eligio Bishop the whole trial. You tried to be an indigenous dude from a whole nother tribe. You just done abandoned your tribe. You done abandoned being chief of carbonation and tried to become a subset member of a whole nother tribe that you won't have no prior affiliation with. You a hoe. God, dog, if y'all listen to this in the prison, man, don't cut that hoe no slack. God, dog. At least I can respect Charles Manson. He was crazy the whole way through. He didn't switch up his game, not at all. Charles Manson was like, look, this is all a show, right? They asked Charles Manson what's going on. He said, who are you? Charles Manson gave them folks about 32 different faces and said, I'm nobody. Charles Manson was Charles Manson to the day he died. I respect that. But if y'all listening to this live, if y'all happen to get this live, and y'all in the same prison with Eligio Bishop, don't cut that whole no slack. Cause if you ain't nobody cares what you are. People are disgusted when you try to be something you ain't. I can play Pokemon and go to Comic-Con right now and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Because people respect everybody that is being themselves. What makes people feel disgusted is when somebody is trying to be something that they clearly are not. I am not no gangster. I am not no thug. I'm none of that. I like Pokemon, Call of Duty, reading books, and learning academic stuff. They used to call me white boy in school. I don't care nothing about that. But the reason why don't cut that whole no slack, because he was trying to be gangster. He was trying to be tough. Now he's in a position where he around some real gangsters and some real tough dudes. Don't cut that hoe no slack. Put that hoe on draws, iron, and duty. Everything. God, dog, boy, you should have. Hey, if you wasn't that, don't be that. And that's crazy to tell people that all the real dudes is in prison when the dudes in prison is telling dudes to stay out. Everybody know that all the real dudes that are in prison is telling the young men that come to prison, don't come back. You hear the stories over and over again. The dudes that done been dead 25 years, they're not glamorizing prison. They're telling dudes, don't go down the route I went. Go to school. Get a job. Do something else. Don't follow behind me. So for Nature Boy to suggest this narrative that men should go to prison because that's where all the real dudes at, what is he really saying to these young boys out here? Man, don't cut that whole nose slack. Man, make that hoe take that white t-shirt off. Stretch his neck out. Make that hoe eat last. Take his cornbread. Don't even ask him if he's gonna eat his cornbread. Just take it. Don't let that hoe eat nothing but beans and rice. Don't let him use the phone. Make him take a shower with the cold water. That junk don't make no sense, dog. I'm telling you, honey child. Ain't the quote unquote real people is telling you to stay far away from prison. Stay far away from what I did to get myself in prison. Stay away from gangs. Stay away from drugs. Stay away from robbers. Stay away from scammers. The real OGs in prison are telling the young men, you're better than this. You're not supposed to be here. I messed my life up. If you get a second chance, use that second chance. I don't want to see you back in here no more. What is Nature Boy talking about? Man, don't cut that whole no slack. When y'all have peace tonight in there, don't let that hoe get no peace. Take that whole piece. Don't let that hoe watch TV. Make that hoe write his name 300 times. I'm serious. I hope them boys in prison catch this too, man. That boy talking about he gonna be in there leading the prison, out for this and out for that. Please. Make that hoe stand in the corner when y'all watching the game. And tell him he better not turn around either. When y'all watching the fight and y'all watching the Super Bowl in prison, make that hoe stand in the corner and tell him he better not turn around. And don't let him have no sweets in there. Take his honey bun. Don't let him have no juice. Make him drink water. Exactly, Kevonna. Just like rich people don't have to tell you they rich. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett never say I'm rich. That hoe was saying that stuff over and over again, trying to convince himself. He was trying to get himself to believe he was somebody. Everybody that had to blow themselves up is only confirming how small they actually feel. Who in the world want to be God? That don't make no sense. Who want to be with somebody that don't want to be with them? Man, take that boy. Man, don't let that boy have no noodles. If he do have noodles, take the pack. Make him eat the plain noodles. Don't let him have no seasoning. Give me your take that boy seasoning pack. Make him eat plain noodles. I'm telling you, get that work, man. Give that boy that work. Don't cut him no slack. Don't cut him no slack. Make him eat that table by himself. Make him hold his head down. Don't let him make him hold his head down like he used to make the women hold their head down. Tell him hold his head down. Don't be looking around. Don't let him grow his hair out either. Keep him with that bald head, Fred. Ain't gonna be no antennas in here, Eligio. You can forget that, homeboy. You better not let me catch you combing your hair. Keep that junk low. Make her keep that bald head free. Ain't gonna be no, and the only antenna's gonna be in here, my boy. It's on the TV. Don't cut her no slack. Ain't gonna be no antennas in here, Legio. Yeah, don't cut her no slack. Forget that. And I remember when I seen the hoe come out of him 2 times in Atlanta. And I tried to give that boy a pass. When his homeboy pulled up and he seen he had a gun, he ran back in the house. Now, what type of chief of a tribe? Leonidas was the king of the Spartans, and he was out there in the front. Eligio Bishop, the chief of his tribe, he ran. Not only did he run back inside, he ran all the way out the back door and out the back fence down the road. Then when the police show up, they bust down the door. He talking about, they kicking down the door. I'm like, okay. What you had us watch Move for? He had us watch Move, the people that was in Philadelphia. I'm thinking it about to go down. He talking about some, they're kicking down the door. Don't shoot. We're coming out. I'm like, and then gonna have the nerve to get back gangsta on the phone like that didn't happen. Like, no, it's too late now, boy. It's too late, bro. Now you gonna try to be gangster, bro. I'm telling you, Nicole. What is the chances that this fool capture his own face? Don't be scared. No, we're coming out. Man, you a hoe, y'all, man. I'm thinking it's about to go down. He got us watching them folks in Move shooting at the police and all that. I'm thinking he on that type of time. He love talking about some, I ain't scared to die. When the white man come, kill me, hang me. Man, you was not on none of that when them police showed up, man. That junk made me, man, that junk there hurt me, boy. I swear, bro, I hate it. I swear that's one of the people that I hate the most on this earth is fake gangsters. I hate fake gangsters. Aya wasn't even scared. That boy draw was toe up, man. That boy draws was toe up. He ain't tell her that part. He ain't gonna never put that on the internet. He had to change his draw. All the Chinese food slipped out that boy booty that moment. I'm talking about all the shrimp. All the pistachio just slipped out that boy booty. He ain't even had time to push it out. It just slipped out his booty. I'm like, boy, you in here scared, and you talk about when the white man show up, you ain't scared to die. I thought we couldn't die last time. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Let me check my notes. According to your teachers, we can't die. What is going on here? Last time, it says it right here. Eligio, it says it right here. It said we can't die. What is you scared of? Ain't this a dream? Ain't this a hologram? Who's scared of holograms? That boy draw was wet. That boy draw was straight wet when he heard them helicopters and that door busting open. But look, man, I gotta get up out of here, man. Don't cut that boy no slack. That's it, man. That's the whole theme of this. That's the whole theme of this. Don't cut that boy no slack, man. Alright. We'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all enjoy this beautiful Tuesday, man. Peace.